Hey, Michael from Man Warrior Yoga. I've been asked to do a series of poses for runners. Now, runners get tight legs, tight back, hamstrings, quads. They're tight in the legs, without doubt. And they generally don't get enough lengthening, they get enough stretching of the lower body to guard against injuries. We get a lot of injuries, feet, ankles, knees, hips, etc. That can be mitigated, they can be lessened with a little bit of yoga. And I'll show you 7 practices, 7 poses today that you can use to do exactly that. First, what we're going to do, we're going to come down onto our mat. We're going to take the left ankle over the right knee, flex back on the left toes, take the left knee out to the side of the room into our figure 4 pose, reach down, take the back of the thigh, just soften through the neck and release the shoulders, and then we're going to bring that knee back toward the chest. Slowly and gradually, and allow, you can feel the outside of the left hip opening and releasing. Really fantastic opener here for the outside of the hips, where a lot of the runners get very tight and very constricted. And that can cause problems in the backs and the knees. It really stops your mobility, stops your natural movement. So very important to keep those hips open. You can stay for a minimum of 5 to 8 breaths, but you certainly can stay a heck of a lot longer than that. But stay for 5 to 8 as a minimum. And then we're going to change over to the opposite side. Left sole, the foot down to the mat, right ankle over top. Point the knee sideways, point the knee towards the side of the room. Release the head and neck, flex back on the right toes, and then bring that left knee. You can start to feel it. Once you start to feel your edge or your limit, just stay there, explore. Shouldn't be discomfort, shouldn't be pain. We want to stay away from any pressure on the knee, so keep those right toes flexing, but just explore that edge that you find. Feel it, and with each exhale, let a little of that tension go. You don't need it. Let it go. You're holding on, let it go. Good. Once again, 5 to 8 breaths as an absolute minimum. We're slowly going to release here. Now we can do this pose reclined, but today we're not going to. We're going to do what's called cobbler's pose. Cobbler's pose, you're pressing the soles of the feet together, keeping it just in front of the knees. Taking the hands, wrapping it around the toes. You may use the elbows to press down into the calves to open the knees up slightly. But really opening up through the groin, stretching through that region. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the neck relaxed. And let the knee fall outwards. Even give it a little bit of encouragement. Good. Once again, minimum 5 to 8. So we've opened up through the outer hip and the inner thigh now as well. We'll open up through the back of the leg, come over onto the hip. Stepping back, and we're going to press high into our downward dog. Now this is, you can feel it already, right through the hamstrings as the heels move down toward your mat. The whole back of the body, especially the legs, get opened and released. This is one of the best all-around poses that you can do anywhere, anytime, that are good for absolutely everything. So feel them opening, feel them releasing. Good. We're going to come through to our... Good. Notice here the hands, fingers are spread, pressing down into the mat. Press the shoulders away, even bend the hips here, and press the shoulders. So often we see people doing their downward dog with the weight far too forward. So if we bend our knees, we press through the shoulders, we press the chest away, and then without moving the shoulders, we take the heels down towards the mat. Keep pressing the upper body away and sinking through the heels and lifting our sitting bones. You can even walk out through the hamstrings a little bit. Let them, give them a hand to release. Let them go. Good. Another area that runners often complain about is sore backs from all the pounding on the pavement. So we're going to open up through the back a little bit by coming forward into our plank. Staying up on the toes, press down through the hands around the upper back, activate through the belly. We're going to lower halfway down, but only halfway down. Bend the elbows to about 90 degrees. Then squeeze by the side ribs. And then scoop the chest. Come onto the tops of the feet. Peel the shoulder heads back and pull the chest forward into up dog. Good. We'll tuck the toes, come back through downward dog. We'll do that one more time. So inhale through the high plank. And then as we exhale, elbows squeeze, we scoop the chest onto the tops of the feet, lifting the kneecaps and pulling the chest through into a back bend. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Next we're working into the hip flexor. We're going to step our right foot inside of the right hand. Now I'll show you a few different levels here. First level, untuck the back toe and lower the back heel. Keep the hands down on the mat into our low lunge. Feel the opening through the left hip, as well as the strengthening and the release through the right groin, through the right thigh. So from here, you may tuck the toe, lift the back knee. You may lift up onto the fingers, bring the chest a little bit higher, up of the belly, up off the front leg. You may even take the hands through to the knee and the shoulders over top of the hips. Really feel that opening through the left hip flexor. I tell you, runners often struggle with this because they're running hunched over, they're running with really tight hip flexors. So we can release those hip flexors a little bit into our lunge. Feels so much better. Good. Take the hands back down to the mat and step that left foot forward. Now next one, forward fold. Keeping the knees bent here. So just slowly, gradually straighten, but for now we can just stay straight. We can stay bent, pardon me. Hands down to the mat. Let the head and shoulders go as we move into our forward fold. We're slowly tipping and lifting the sitting bones high, but keep that head and neck relaxed. You can feel a lengthening through the lower back. More importantly, also feel through the back of the legs and the hamstrings. And this is just gradually, as we hold the pose a little bit longer, you find that gradually the hamstrings warm, they lengthen, and you're able to lift the hips a little bit higher. And then eventually, you'll be standing on your own hands into gorilla pose. But not today, not today, not today. Let's stay away from that. Good, let's move into the other side of our low lunge. This time we're going to step the right foot back, leave the left foot forward, and we'll start where we did last time. Knee down to the mat, hands down to the mat as well. Just opening this time through the hip flexor on the right, opening through the inner thigh on the left. Now find the variation that works for you. Find where your edge is. It may be from here, tucking the toe, lifting the back knee. It may be pressing into the hands, lift the chest a little bit higher. It may even press all the way onto the knee, sinking down through the pelvis. And feel the strength here, the opening as well. Fantastic pose. Good. Release the hands back. We'll do forward fold one more time. Step the right foot forward. Keep the knees bent. Release the head and neck. And slowly those hamstrings open. Good. Taking the feet a little bit wider. Now sit all the way down into our squat. Good. Even if the heels don't make it to the mat, that's okay. The heels are a little bit lifted. Slowly they'll drop. Do that one more time. We'll press up through forward fold. Sink down into our squat. Inhale and exhale. Good. The point here is we're rolling all the way back, sitting down onto our mat, and then rolling down the back onto the mat, chin to chest. So we work through our bridge pose. Last pose in this runner sequence. Now make sure the sides of the feet are parallel with the sides of your mat, toes pointing directly forward, chin tucked to chest. You can even just graze the back of the heel with the hands. From here, we start pressing into the heels. The hips begin lifting. We activate through the quads. Great for strengthening the quads, strengthening the lower back, switching on through the abdominals. We may even walk the shoulder blades, the shoulders slightly under, and keep pressing through the shoulders and lifting the hips, squeezing the knees together. Once again, we'll hold here for 5 to 8 breaths. Keep that chin tucked into the chest, looking straight up. And the more you press into the heels and the shoulders, you find the hips continue to lift. Great release through the lower back as well. Bridge pose. Great. Now releasing the hands. Take them up above and slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way back down to the mat. Release the hands. Take the feet wide, windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Release through that lower back. And there you have it. 7 poses for runners. Gentlemen, look after the legs, look after yourself. You can, as you get older, run into a lot of injuries. A lot of knee injuries, back injuries, ankle, feet, calf, etc. You're putting a lot of pressure on the lower half of your body. You need to maintain as well as put in the work. Use this as a maintenance system for your running. Lengthen through, open through the hips, open through the legs, and making sure that you're not running into those injuries which are going to stop your progress. So well done today. If you like the video, like it. If you share it, share it. If you comment, let me know. Any queries, questions, let me know. More than happy to do my best to keep you on the right track. So keep up the good work. Until we meet again, take care.